guys, here, Coleman, the Up North Picker. The other day I was on Facebook Marketplace, and this lady had a post that she was looking to sell hundreds of paperback books and some hardcovers. They were sci-fi and fantasy books. Now, I know that these kind of books have potential to do pretty well. And so I messaged her. It took us a few days of talking back and forth, but I was finally able to go to her house and pick them up. And so apparently there was about 128 books, and I paid her $40 cash for them. And today we're going to look and see what I found. Alright, so let me show you kind of what I got from this lot. The one thing she advertised was that there was some Conan books in there. And so I looked up Conan, and they're a $5 to $15, $20 book probably. So I figured basically I paid 30 cents a piece for all of them. I bought the whole lot. If you do the bulk buy, you're going to get a better price. So here's kind of what I found. I was able to get some Conan. Conan the Savage. Conan the Valorous. Conan the Raider. Conan the Warlord. Conan the Marauder. Conan and the God of the Mountains. Those were the Conan books. Now, I will go through all these books and check prices, but it's very likely I'll just lot those books up and figure that I can make an average of over $5 a piece on those. So figure I have 30 cents a piece into them, and I lot those up. What was there, 5 or 6 there for 25 plus shipping, so like 30 bucks on those. Basically those books, and there might be some more, when I look through all those, maybe there's a $15 book or a $20 book in there. Those ones right there may just pay the whole $40 for all the books I bought. And so, now there's quite a few books in this video. I'm going to show you all the books I got. Now, I've glanced through them a little bit. I haven't had a chance to even look at most of them yet. But some are really nice. There's probably some $20, $30 books in here. I'm not sure. I haven't had a chance to price them yet. Some are junk. Some are missing some covers and stuff. And that's what you're going to get when you buy a lot. If you want to get the price, you got to take it all. Okay. Also with the Conan books was this Doug Adams book, The Restaurant at the End of the Universe. It's I think it's the same author as The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. So that book, I never heard of it, but it potentially has some value. The Dragon Reborn, Robert Jordan. It's book 3 of the Wheel of Time series. Now, if there was the whole series, I would sell probably all those as a set, but right now I've only seen the one. So there might be more in here if I find them, but we'll see. Also we got Catherine Wells, Children of the Earth, paperback. Tad Williams, To Green Angel Tower, Part 1. Part 1, that baby's a big book. Get some reading there. And there was a bunch of J.R. Tolkien. Part 3, The Return of the King. Here's The Hobbit, like I'm talking about. This one, I believe it's perfectly readable, but it's missing the front cover and it's in pretty rough shape. But I'll probably read that one myself. Here's another copy of The Return of the King. It's a Tolkien reader. The Book of Lost Tales 1. The Smith of Wooten Manor, Major, and Farmer Giles of Ham. Never heard of that one, but probably much rarer, I suppose. Here's another copy of The Hobbit, much better shape than the other one. And the map of Tolkien's Middle Earth. Now this actually comes with the maps inside, so that's interesting. I haven't taken them all out to look, but I think that might be a cool item there. Then we have the Chronicles of Amber. This is the hardcover. It's a book club edition, volume 1. It actually it includes like 2 books, I think. Yeah, there's like 2 books in there that it includes, but it's an old from the 60s, I believe. Look it up. Ascending of Dragons, another Jane Yolen. Now let's see, right there too. And this book's acceptable. I checked it. All the pages are there. All the words are there. You can read it. But I'd most likely lock this up into something else, or if it's just not worth anything, I'll read it and toss it. But I don't like to toss things. Paula Volsky, Illusion, another paperback. Roger Zelensky, The Mask of Loki with Thomas T. Thomas. Tom Savage, The Inheritance. And there's 2 books of the Dark Sword trilogy by Margaret Weiss and Tracy Hickman. Triumph of the Dark Sword, Volume 3. And the Dark Sword Adventures, The Complete Guide to Venturing in Enchanted. So, I don't know exactly how all these work. Maybe that's just an overall book. But those are likely, I'll look them up, but I'll probably lot those together too. Then we got some Tony Hillerman stuff. Tony Hillerman, Hunting Badger. Sacred Clowns. Skinwalkers. Now those I'll most likely lot them together. I've seen Tony Hillerman stuff before. I don't think it's probably overly too valuable. And I think I probably have some other stuff around. And so I will probably most likely look if I have any other Hillerman sitting around, and I'll lot those together. And then we have some just kind of classic books that came in this set. White Fang, Jack London, Dracula by Bram Stoker, Robinson Crusoe, Call of the Wild, H.G. Wells, The Time Machine, Jules Verne, Journey to the Center of the Earth. I have a lot of these old classic books, and probably have hundreds of them sitting around. I usually like to keep at least a copy of all the classics for myself, but at some point I suppose I should start lotting a bunch of those up and just sell them as lots. Freaky facts about natural disasters. Yeah, who knows, right? And there was a Star Wars book, Courtship of Princess Leia. I think there's actually more Star Wars in these boxes here. I just haven't had a chance to go through them yet. Most likely, I'll check the comps, but most likely I'll lot up the Star Wars books. Arthur C. Clarke, Hammer of the Gods. If there's more Arthur C. Clarke, and I know I have some in my other collections, so most likely I'll lot those up too, depending on price, of course. The White Mountains, the Tripods trilogy, John Christopher. Magic the Gathering, a couple of magic books. Shattered Chains, The Whispering Woods. Now the magic books, most likely I'll lot those together too. We'll have to see, of course. Lewis Cooper, The Avaster, Elizabeth Boyer, The Wizard and the Warlord, James Blish, The Star Dwellers, James Blaylock, The Disappearing Dwarf. As you can see, there's a lot of just vintage and older action, adventure, sci-fi paperbacks. A lot of these, you pretty much got to look them up manually because you're probably not going to scan most of them and stuff. And so I'll take the time to go through all these. I'll look everything up just to make sure there's no real Supermans in there, and then pretty much lot them up. Piers Anthony, Pretender. Another Piers Anthony, Omnivore. Another Piers Anthony, Shade of the Tree. So more that we can lot up right there. Clan of the Cave Bear. If there's more of these, I'll lot them up. Cup of Clay. Seed Upon the Wind. The Dragon Knight. The Dragon at War. Both Gordon Dixon books. So there's more lot materials. See if there's more in here, but Heart of the Comet. It's hardcover. Let's check it. Another book club edition. Enchanter's Luck. Hardcover. Let's check it. Apparently they were in the book clubs at one point. Now, when you're looking at hardcovers, as a general rule, you don't want the book clubs. No, they'll still sell, but they're not worth as much as the standard edition hardcover first editions would be. Jaws. Alright, here's some more Star Wars. The Han Solo's Adventures. It's a $15 value for only $14.99 right now. Gale. Bodino. Strands of Sunlight. Paul Anderson Genesis. Paul Anderson Orion Shall Rise. Isaac Asimov Robots and Empires. I found that if you can lot these books up, you can do pretty well in the Asimov and those kinds. Because they stay actually, when they sell out quick, and so the price stays up there pretty decent. Star Wars Darksaber. Another Piers Anthony, Volume 4, Executive. So there's more lotting material there. Star Wars Jedi Search. Dark Apprentice. Another Magic the Gathering book, Planeswalker. As you can tell, I haven't went through these because otherwise I would have them a little better ordered. Hans Beeman, The Stone and the Flute. It's a heavy duty book there. Jack Chalker, To Run to Chaos Keep, but missing the front cover. The Cat Who Went Underground. Black Trillium. The Tales of Never Ryan. Tam Lin by Pamela Dean. Another Magic the Gathering. Final Sacrifice. I imagine there's been quite a few Magic the Gathering books. It should do well for a nice lot. Startide Rising, David Brin. Ray Bradbury, The Martian Chronicles. the Grand Masters Edition. The Ray Bradbury, The Halloween Tree, Elizabeth Boyer, The Black Lynx. Once again, missing the front cover. I don't know what was that. They used to do that. They'd tear the front covers off so you couldn't return them or something. Elizabeth Boyer, The Elves of Otterskin. Been a few Elizabeth Boyer books. Once again, probably for lots. Maggie Fury, The Harp of Winds. Raymond Feist, Silverthorn. Orion by Maggie Fury. Again. So you can see there's kind of a wide variety of fantasy and then your Star Wars type books, sci-fi. And conditions, they're varying, but at 30 cents a piece, I think I should do alright. I have still one more box. Oh, and I just tipped them over. Alright, we got two hardcovers here. McDonald, The Day Boy and Night Girl. Let me see. Got it backwards. It's pretty good condition, but no dust cover. And the lack of dust cover is probably quite detrimental to the price. That's first edition, but no dust cover hurts. Andre Norton and Mercedes Lackey, The Elven Bane. Tor Fantasy. Doesn't say first edition. But if I have any books by them, we'll lot it in there. The Jackal of Nar. Well, that book, that thing's pretty huge. John Marco. Montauk Revisited. Adventures in Synchronicity. Might be interesting. Ishmael by Daniel Quinn. Mercedes Lackey. Owl Flight. Check this one out here. Expensive book. First edition. First printing, 1997. Potential value there to see. Andre Norton, Forerunner, second venture, first time in paperback. Lissan Norman, Fortune's Wheel. The Unicorn Quest by Johnny Lee. Silver Crown, Robert O'Brien. The Ivory Lear. Other Star Wars. The Crystal Star. So plenty of Star Wars in there. And there's always a buyer for Star Wars. Star Axe by Duncan McGeary. Interesting. The Rowan by Anne McCaffrey. Oathbreakers by Mercedes Lackey. Another Mercedes Lackey book. Magic's Promise, Mercedes Lackey. Looks like we should be able to lot up those books nicely. Mercedes Lackey, The Fire Rose. Mercedes Lackey, The Black Griffin. Mercedes Lackey, Winds of Fury. Yeah, seeing some real nice lot material here. Miss Frisbee and the Rats of Nim. Robert C. O'Brien. I think I already seen his name before here. Silver Glass. J.F. Rifkin. Another Star Wars, The New Rebellion. Justin Lieber, The Sword and the Eye. Carl Sagan, The Dragons of Eden. Madeline Engel, A Swiftly Tilting Planet. Ah, a companion to A Wrinkle in Time. Interesting. A Song for Arbonne. Or Star Wars. Hard Merchandise. Brian Jacka's Jewel Pearls of Lustra. Wolves of Dawn. Sean Russell, World Without End. Mercedes Lackey again. Bardic Voices. Mercedes Lackey again. Oathblood. So I'll definitely be going through these and organizing them by author. Right there, another Mercedes Lackey. Magic's Price. Another Mercedes Lackey. Arrows Fall. Another one, Stormbreaking. Magic's Pawn. Long ago, before Redwell Abbey was built, there was no freedom for woodlanders, by Brian Jackas. Mossflower. Interesting. Brian Jackas again. Salamandastron. Salamandastron. The Gentle Giants of Ganymede. James Hogan. Alright, just a couple more. Peter Heath, The Mine Brothers. It's an old one. Paul Hazel, The Wheeled Wife's Tale. Elizabeth Hayden, Rhapsody. Other Star Wars, Children of the Jedi. Ah, Frank Herbert, The White Plague. No Dune, but it should be alright. Alright, well, that's the books I got in that lot. It was about 128 books. I paid $40 a piece, which comes out to around 30 cents a piece. A couple of them were probably junk that probably ain't worth nothing, but I figured I would say if I just had to do a quick estimate on value, I would say that the average value is going to be $5 a piece. And so I'll make about 15, well, with fees and all that, over 10 times my money on this investment. And since there's enough that can be lotted up nicely, I think it should be actually pretty easy to list, because I can just throw them up in lots. And when you're selling books, I usually, if I'm only selling, let's say, one and it's under £1, then I'll ship first class. But with books, you can ship media mail, and so if it's over £1, you can save a lot of money by shipping media mail. If they're an expensive book and they're valuable, then you might want to just ship it with priority mail in a like a padded flat rate envelope or something. But for the most part, media mail will save you a ton of money comparably to priority mail, because once it's over £1, you can't ship first class anymore. And then you can ship up to like 70 pounds with media mail. It's either 40 or 70 pounds. None of these lots will be that big, because I'll be selling them in 2-3 book lots or 5 book lots or something like that. Well, alright guys, if you like this video, or if you know anything about any of the books I showed you, or you'd like to buy them, I guess, message me or just comment on the comments below. And if you like this video, please hit the like and subscribe buttons. And I'm pretty new to doing these videos for reselling. I've been in the game of buying and selling, picking, flipping, whatever, whatever word you want to use for it, for over 20 years. I've been doing it full time for approximately the last 12 years. And I had done it, full time before that, but always ended up going back to a different job. But now I'm, for the last 12 years I've been full time, and I'm planning on staying that way. And so if I can help you guys out at all, give you any advice, or, just tell you what I think, not just kind of show you what I buy. And it's not everything I buy. I mean, I could do 10 videos a day on all the stuff I buy, but books, especially like this, especially if you're going to buy them basically unseen, keep your prices low and know what you're buying a little bit. But mostly if you can buy cheap, you're going to do alright. Because, I mean, basically out of 128 books, I'm pretty sure that the 5 Conan books will basically pay for my whole investment. And so that's what, when you see the lot, and you go, you don't really know what's in it. But if you can take a look at a lot and you can see an item or two that has value, basically you can figure that if that item can pay for the rest of it, then you're in good shape. Alright guys, that's all I got for you in this video. Hit the like and subscribe, and I'll catch you later.